Hey, welcome to Thursday. This is my third time doing this video. I keep moving my hands and I touched the mouse pad the one time and the other time I'm not sure what happened. But anyway, here we are at time number 3 because I am not giving up. So see, even when something doesn't go exactly as you have it planned and you have to go back and do it again, you just get it done. Get it done. So this week, welcome to this week. I want to say, first off, thank you to everybody who came to Barnes and Noble yesterday and heard as our king do his thing. He has posted on Facebook repeatedly how much it meant to him, and how supportive you all were. And so he says a thank you to you as well. I apologize. Yesterday, my computer went dead. So I disappeared as I was saying goodbye. So here I am back again this morning to give you information. So we're at the beginning of a new week, as far as work goes. Last week's work, I'm going to be grading throughout the day, which really will just be the news ELA, because the vocabulary.com will not get graded yet. Here's how it works with vocabulary.com. You have now been assigned a quiz. The quiz is what will get graded. So with the practice that you were doing, you had 30 words. The quiz is only going to be 17. And for those of you wondering right now, oh, what word is it going to be? I'm not telling you. You study all 30, go through the practice for all 30, and then you'll see what happens of the rest. Sorry, my lips are extremely dry. All right, so I know a lot of you waited till the very last minute, or like Tuesday or Wednesday, to get signed into vocabulary.com and found out you were put on a waiting list. So there was some snafus going on there. So what I didn't realize is that there could only be 50 people in a class. So then I set up some other classes and I sent some people the new links. And then I learned, as I'm playing around with this with more people signing in throughout the time, is that I can just go ahead and assign you a class. So if you've been into vocabulary.com at all, you are in a class, no problem. So go and do what you need to do your practice. The quiz is assigned now, so you can do the quiz. You might want to do the practice first, just saying. And then for the people who have yet to sign up for vocabulary.com, go in and get signed up. And as I see that there's requests pending that people need to get in, I'll put you in a class. So just check out throughout the day if you're in it or not. So that's vocabulary.com. That's your first assignment this week, is a vocabulary quiz. And you have until next Wednesday to take that quiz. The second assignment that you have this week is a story called Red Scarf Girl. It's an excerpt, actually, from a book called Red Scarf Girl. It is in StudySync, because as we know, pretty much everything in StudySync is an excerpt of a bigger book. And it's a story about a girl during the Chinese Cultural Revolution. And I think you might find it rather interesting. But with that, because it's the only assignment really that you're having this week, apart from vocabulary, there's a lot you need to do with that one story. Similar to Monsters on Maple Street, except that it's all within one story. So number one, you need to read the story and annotate. When you annotate, use the focus questions. Now, I believe you can set it up so that you see the questions side by side to the story. If you have difficulty with how do you do that, email me, text me, and I will walk you through it. So that's the first thing you're going to do. You're going to annotate using the focus questions. When you're done reading, there's also vocabulary you need to do, because we're always keeping our words going in our head to learn some new vocabulary, or use context clues to figure out what a word means, something to that. There's a reading quiz. Now, this reading quiz is a multiple choice quiz. Take your time on it. That's an area where a lot of people have been struggling when you've been doing these. So take your time on it to know if you're struggling with something or you're not sure what's going on. Again, reach out to me, email me, text me. I will set up a small group Zoom if there's people struggling with it. We'll do that, some tutoring sessions. But you need to let me know because I'm not going to know otherwise. So those are kind of the basics, reading the story, making sure you understand the story. Then you need to do the think questions. I'm not sure how many there are. Off the top of my head, there's usually 5 or 6. When you are doing those think questions, restate the question. Okay, always make sure you restate the question. Use complete sentences and answer it fully. So again, don't start with a preposition. Don't start with a he, it, she. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, actually say the name, the place, whatever it is that you would use for a preposition. Actually say it so that, again, I know what you're talking about. There is also, so there's that. And then there's also a writing prompt, which you need to do. And it says 300 words. Give it a shot. Get your thinking down on paper. It's on the computer. It's important that you're able to take information from different sources, in this case, from the story. Think about what you know, what your experiences are, what you've learned from other places, and put them together to form your own opinion. So I will talk more about the essay, in a video either tomorrow or Friday. And I'll see what I can do for a graphic organizer for you on that one. I'll put it on my list, graphic. So that, okay, we're not done StudySync yet. So there's a lot to do in StudySync. So all that needs to be done next Wednesday. That's when everything's always due. And then the next part of StudySync that you need to do is you need to review two people's answers. And that will not open up until, I believe it's Tuesday of next week. So just be aware that that will still be on your page. Even if you say you submit it and you're done, you're not done until you do those reviews. Okay. So let me see, what else do I have here? Okay. The other thing is you should still be reading. As you finish a book, you should be doing an AR quiz. The expectation is that you all do at least 2 AR quizzes before the end of the year, before the end of the school year, which is on June 10th, 11th, something like that. You can get ebooks out of Overdrive from the DSALMC.net website. They'll tell you how to do that. You can go to Durham Public Libraries and you can get ebooks using your DSA number, the one that you use to get on to PowerSchool and StudySync. And those can be read on a computer, on a phone, on a tablet, any of those sorts of things. And the other thing I need to let you know, so that's all your week-long stuff. If you have questions on any of that, it is your responsibility, to either text or email me and get those questions answered. All right. You can reach out to a friend also. They may be able to help you out, or a parent. I know some parents watch these videos along with you. So hi, parents, and thank you so much for helping out with, I would say my kids, but they're really your kids. But when they're in my classroom, I always consider them as well. So thank you for sharing your kids with me for the time that you did. All right. So the other thing is, yesterday during open mic, I talked to you all about if you did a piece of writing about the quarantine, the coronavirus, the getting out of school early, we're going to put a section of that in our book. So if you would please email those to me, I need them by Friday. So if somebody's like, oh, I want to write something, I need it by Friday. It's totally cool. Just get it to me by Friday. Because we're hoping to send the book to the publisher next Friday. So it's an exciting time, exciting things are going on. The other thing is, if you have not answered the questions on Barnes & Noble, as far as do you want to perform in the next one on May 20th, and are you interested in performing at an evening one that we would have that would be open to the general population, and we'd invite them in to see what we're doing. So please let me know those things. As as we start to open back up and as things start to go a little back to normal, which will be kind of a normal but different, as we're going everywhere with face masks, and we're getting used to what that's all about all the time, and we're not so quick to go up and give somebody a hug that we haven't seen in a while. um, for me, I'm like, I had to go to the doctor's yesterday, I told you, and I sat in there for, I don't know, half an hour with this mask on, and I'm thinking, man, I have such a great appreciation for people who work with these masks on all day long, because they are not the most comfortable thing in the world. So whether it's somebody working in the medical field, somebody at the grocery store, somebody doing, work that they've been doing this all along while the rest of us have been able to stay home. Some of you have parents that have been going out and going to work, and please let them know that I'm saying a great big thank you for keeping it going. And I appreciate people saying, you know what, I'm gonna do what I gotta do, because that's what we do in life sometimes. And some people don't have the luxury of being able to work at home, sitting at the kitchen table, teaching wonderful students like I do. So thank you for that. Is there anything else I need to tell you today? They're here to pick up my garbage. So those are other people that I'm like, man, thank you, because otherwise that could be a mess, and they can't really work from home. So I'm proud of all of you for sticking with this and for showing up and doing what you do. I'm going to be reaching out again to people who aren't quite putting in what we usually put in during the school year, mostly because I want to make sure you're okay. So if you know somebody that you have not seen in a Zoom, or they aren't coming to school or coming to any of the online things, please reach out to them and please let them know that I miss them and I'm worried about them. I've sent some texts and some emails to some that I still haven't heard back from. So yeah, I'm worried about y'all. And of course, I want to see you all before the end of the school year. So that's enough of that. It's time for me to go on a hike. It's time for you all to get your day started. Please remember to get out outside into the sun a couple times today. Make sure you check in with your parents, because I don't want anybody getting in trouble when they say Miss Robertson said. But you can go sit outside and read. That might be a way to get outside and do some schoolwork. Please make sure that you stay focused on what you need to on your computer, and you don't go off to some games that you're playing, Fortnite, Minecraft, I'm not sure, whatever other games are on the computer. I know there's games on your Xboxes or whatever else. So please focus on your work. If you need help with how to do that, please let me know. And know that I love you. Go forth. Oh, before I say this, know that I love you. Our next Zoom meeting is tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Go forth, have a great day, and do something nice for someone.